Just how cold is it in Chicago? Is it windy each and every day? What's it like there in the summertime? In this video, I'm diving deep into the Chicago weather, the different seasons, and what you can expect here. So keep watching. What's happening, everybody? This is Austin Weiss, your go-to home advisor right here in the Chicagoland area. If you're planning on making a move anywhere in the Chicago metro, you can always reach out to me by phone, text, email, and I would absolutely love to connect with you to help you in any way possible with your real estate plan. Heck, I've had quite a few people message me on Instagram, so feel free to do that. At the very least, give me a follow so you can see a sneak peek of what it's like living here in the Chicago metro. A land of improv and beautiful architecture, rich in culture, and a glut of tasty restaurants and nightlife. But what about the weather? Well, in this video, I'm uncovering the truth about what to expect from Mother Nature year-round. So let's get after it. In Chicago, the one thing that's predictable is that the weather is unpredictable. Warm, humid summers with sporadic rain to keep your lawns green and gardens refreshed. Now, the cold, dark days of winter are definitely windy and wet with plenty of gray skies to keep you from seeing the sunshine. Over the course of the year, the temps will pretty much stay between the low 20s to low 80s, and we have very few days in between where it goes below 10 degrees and above 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect all four seasons here in Chicagoland, where April showers definitely bring May flowers and lush greenery throughout, sunshine-filled summers, perfect temps for laying on the beach. Yes, we have beautiful freshwater beaches here in Chicago with plenty of fun activities, and if you have a furry friend, you can play in the water too at the dog beaches. Summer months are absolutely gorgeous. It's sunny, 70s and 80s, and the best city, in my opinion, to spend your summers, no doubt, between the nightlife, the festivals, and outdoor activities. So make sure to watch my other video on why Chicago was voted the best big city in the United States. Fall brings bright colors, pumpkin spice everything, and another laughable Bears football season. Many Chicagoans consider the moderate temps of fall and spring to be much more pleasant, especially if you love to hike, bike, and jog. Cold, wet, dark winters, but the holiday season brings the extra cheer that brightens the city with festivities. Holiday season is festive, from shopping along the Mag Mile, ice skating at Maggie Daly Park, the Chris Kindle Market, and holiday lights at Lincoln Park Zoo. The cold season lasts for about 3 months, from December to early March, and on average, snowfall totals in Chicago is about 35 inches. That doesn't mean it accumulates 35 inches. That means it snows a little bit, then melts, snows a little bit more, and then melts. However, in 2023, across Chicagoland, most areas have seen well below 20 inches total of snowfall. That's due to the very mild temperatures. And when I was a kid, we saw significantly more snow than we have in the last 5 to 10 years, because I remember getting snow days in November and December off from school. Nowadays, it really doesn't snow until after the new year. I know my snowblower sitting in my garage has only seen action once this season. It's been mainly used for decoration purposes. You'll know it's springtime when the gray skies part ways and the sunshine rains down, but you'll need to layer your clothing because Mother Nature can make it very cold, and with some snow flurries in the morning, but by the afternoon in the exact same day, it'll be 70s, sunny, beautiful, and people are out and about loving life. Now be aware, the weather could be vastly different depending on where you're at in Chicagoland, between the northern, western, and southern suburbs, as well as downtown Chicago in the city. Partly due to the lake effect and the urban environment of downtown Chicago, when snow and rain are predicted in some areas, they'll get hammered more than others. Spring usually comes about 2 weeks earlier, and fall 2 weeks later in the collar suburbs and city due to Lake Michigan and what's known as the urban heat island effect from abundance of buildings, roads, and structures. And the question that most people are eager to know about is Chicago really that windy? Now, Lake Michigan is one of the culprits for Chicago's natural breeze, which is great when it's warm out, but just plain annoying when it's not. Chicago's average wind speed is only about 10 miles per hour, so while it might be known as the Windy City, it's certainly not the windiest, and there are 78 cities windier than Chicago in the lower 48, with 11 other major cities windier than the city of Chicago. Technically, the wind here in Chicago is not the reason for its nickname being the Windy City, but what the heck, that's what most people know it as. Comparing Chicago to other major Midwest cities, you can see the average snowfall is less, and averages for sunshine, low and high temps is comparable across the board. I will say this, compared to southern states, Chicagoland won't have weeks of 100 plus degrees, huge bugs, no creepy crawlers. So if you're looking to escape the unbearable temps and humidity and want a more mild, cooler climate with all 4 seasons, this would be a great spot for you. Now, breaking down the year month by month and what you can expect for weather, May and October will virtually be identical, except May is new growth and October, well, you get the point. The temperatures will be roughly 50s and 60s at night. It'll be much cooler than that. There is sporadic snow flurries in these 2 months. And then also there are occasionally days in the 70s, and then at night it gets down into the 30s. So definitely make sure to layer your clothing, unlike my wife. If you love to garden like I do, wait till the last freeze thaw in May to plant your garden. Now, October sees 46% of the time as overcast, and May sees 50-50. June, July, August, and September, this is when you're going to see the most rain throughout the year, with the average annual rainfall of 38 inches across Chicagoland. When it's not raining, there's beautiful sunshine, crystal clear skies during this time of year. August has clear skies 67% of the time. This is beach, festival, rooftop bar, and baseball season. If you love going to the beaches of Lake Michigan like I do, there's no sharks, no jellyfish, creepy crawlies swimming around your feet, so there's no worries whatsoever. Expect temperatures in the 70s and 80s. We do get about 2 weeks worth of 90 plus degree weather, but at night it'll be cool, crisp in the 60s, which is absolutely wonderful because it's bonfire season and I love being outdoors at night. November, December, and March and April. Now, if you are crazy enough, you can participate in the Polar Bear Plunge in early March. That's for all the craziest people in Chicagoland. Jump in the frigid, cold waters of Lake Michigan, but it's for charity. So at least they have that going for themselves. Now, these months, you'll see 30s and 40s. It'll occasionally be warmer or colder, and days begin to noticeably shorten or lengthen, with plenty to do during the holiday season, like I already mentioned. And after weeks of cold temperatures, watch Chicagoans treat the cool spring weather as if it were a tropical climate. No joke, you'll see people walking around in short sleeves and shorts. January and February, the dead of winter. There's not a sky in the clouds, as January is the cloudiest month of the year, having overcast 59% of the time. Ever hear of a snowbird? Plenty of local Chicagoans will head out of town for a couple of weeks or visit their second home in a warmer climate. Expect the average temps in these months to be in the 20s, with January being the snowiest and windiest month. Most snowfalls in Chicago are less than 1 inch, and there's only 1 day on average per season where we get 5+ inches of snow. Chicago sees about 25 snowy days on average throughout the year, and May through October, you pretty much won't see any snow. Now, snow can be fun between the activities outdoors, from sledding and ice skating, and outdoor festivals like I mentioned earlier. When a storm is predicted, the roads are salted before anything is ever falling from the sky, and the roads are plowed really quickly, making snow days from school a thing of the past. Sunshine, because everybody needs it. Now, June and July are going to be your longest, brightest days of the year, with June 21st being the longest day of the year, the sun rising at about 5:15 a.m. and setting at a roughly 8:30 p.m., giving you 15 hours of sunlight. December and January are going to be your darkest and coldest days of the year with the least amount of sunlight. So December 21st will be your shortest day of the year, giving roughly 9 hours of sunlight. Sun typically rises about 7:15 a.m. and sets at 4:30 p.m. Some quick weather stats for you. In an average year here in Chicago, 70 degrees or warmer, you'll see that about 137 days, 32 degrees or colder, 122 days. We have 189 days of sunshine on average. If you have any questions about anything I spoke about in this video or have plans of making a move anywhere in the Chicagoland area, you're always welcome to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email days, nights, weekends. I'd absolutely love to connect with you to help you in any way possible with your real estate plans. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.